Welcome to the Albion TV War Reports, your source of live battle coverage featuring the top guilds and alliances of Albion Online. Today is the 15th of March, 2021. I am your host, the Shozen One, and I am joined today by Robinhoodrs and Bogul. We are currently on a 15-minute delay as we watch two friendlies, I believe, go at it as we have Fear and Smoke going at it in Highstone Mound. We are currently watching Noobslayer as he's about to break into the territory. Robin, we were talking just a moment ago. We didn't expect to see much action, but we have already found a little bit. Very exciting here as these are two interesting groups to see smash heads. And the first engage is underway.
Yep, and it's going to be a nice engagement here. Maybe just a little bit of a bait and switch here by Fear. And now we're going to see a massive wave of smoke coming through the choke point, looking for the front line. Noobslayer crashes his Grovekeeper into the clump. Now we're going to see the real engagement come in. It is a fiesta on that choke point. I think Smoke are going to take the most casualties here, but they are getting a group coming in from the northwest side. It's going to be a bomb squad. Noobslayer looking very low HP, does find the hills, but they did lose a lot of frontline on that engagement. Inertia rings are down, the Judicators are down. Both sides taking big casualties here. Dragging that Camland into your front line, not so great there from Noobslayer, but he needed a backup for some hills, so I don't blame him there. One or two drags, it's nothing too crazy, but yeah, like we said, we don't know if these guys are allied or friendly or what. I'm pretty sure I've seen Smoke and Fear working together before, but I'm not 100% sure. Obviously, new season, new alliances, new names. It's a little bit confusing right off the rip. The first week or so, things are a little bit confusing. But it looks like the Fear have another squad on the western side of the territory as well, with the Value Guild. Noobslayer looking for something here onto the choke point. Nice Grovekeeper into the back end. The Locust absolutely whiffing that. Actually, triple Locust there burned by the Smoke Alliance. That's not what you want to do. You need communication with your Locusts to know who's dropping and when and where, so you don't waste them like that. So, I mean, that's something for Fear to look out for. If they're calling out like a Locust burn like that, I mean, 3 Locusts down, that's probably you're looking at nearly all the Locusts for the Smoke Alliance.
Yeah, you don't bring a lot.
Yeah. And that's what you need a playoff. Locusts save.
Oh, nice clump.
Look at this.
Nice.
No Locust dead.
It's a dump. Bye, guys. Go home.
And Noobslayer is just wilding in the back end. This man just leaped right into the back end of the Smoke Alliance. This man's just chilling here. Pops his Guardian Armor. Nice uses the Guardian Armor there, reducing the damage output by 60% for whoever stands on top of it. And look at this. This smoke group is just getting pinned up against that northeast wall there. Fear Alliance, though, not able to capitalize too much on that push, but they were able to, just keep pushing and pushing and pushing. They are going to be breaking through this unless EOS make a wild play and push outside the territory, get a flank. Who knows? But for now, it doesn't seem like holding territory position is working for Smoke. They're not utilizing the walls to the eastern side with their range DPS. They have 1 or 2 there, but you should have your Avobows, your Siege Bows raining down onto the choke point, not just a couple range DPS just chilling there. And once again, Noobslayer going deep, way too deep, I think. Maybe a little overextend here. 1 or 2 tanks do go down in the front line. Counter Camline comes out. There comes the even song onto the choke point. Another nice deletion onto the Smoke Alliance here by Fear. And I'm liking what I'm seeing here with this Fear Alliance.
They're doing well here. They're making some nice pushes into this choke and making the Smoke Alliance pay for every engagement.
Yeah, for sure. And Noobslayer needs to be careful where he standing on top of those fire pools, draining quite a bit of his health, forcing the healers to push all the way up towards the front line. Finally, it's like Smoke maybe. Okay, they're going for a hard engage on the western side of the territory, it seems. Fear could capitalize on this. A lot of DPS just got burnt, but the inertia rings are down. Nice defensives by Smoke. Here comes the engagement. Nice Grovekeeper. Camline connecting as well. The range DPS just inching in and cutting off a couple members of Smoke there on top of Noobslayer. Now it looks like Smoker trying to see for a next engagement on the southeast side. Noobslayer, very overextended, has to pop his resistance.
He's going to be in trouble here if he can't get out. He's going to get a nice little bubble there. That's going to give him time to get the heals and reset his group. I do believe he is shot calling, as he does seem to be the first one into the action every time. Very deep on these pushes that he's making. We're going to see if he can make it work once again. Uh, I
He's
I did see here in local chat that somebody did announce Smoke versus the World, so this alliance may be over between these two handholders. Um, we'll see. I'm going to put in some questions to the primaries and see if this is a real fight or just a friendly competition.
Yeah, like we said, we're not 100% sure. So hopefully, when we know, you guys will know as well, the audience. And it was a nice return there. Smoke actually getting a return engagement under their belt, and now it looks like Fear are looking for another one. Inertia rings are down as defensives. The Camman comes out, big armor pierce on the eastern side. Finally, the range DPS doing something, but the permafrost there stopping that engagement. But now we see the full force of Smoke engaging onto the choke point. But Fear have already backed off. Once again, Noob Slayer playing out of his mind with this Guardian Armor. This is how you play Guardian Armor on a Grove Keeper. You're in their face, stopping the DPS output. That you know where they're going to stand. They're going to stand on that wall. If he just chills here and pops that that aura, then he's going to save so many of his teammates that get caught off guard by the DPS that is just going to be pumping over that wall onto the choke point. So shout out to Noob Slayer on this one. This man knows how to play Guardian Armor. It's pretty rare. A lot of people use it on their Grove Keeper setups, but they don't actually use it to its full advantage and what it's actually there to do. It's a weird one. I don't know why people are so confused with the spell and how to play it, but Noob Slayer is doing very well indeed. So Grove Keepers, if you're watching, take notes. This is how you do it with the Guardian Armor. It's like things have settled down just a little bit. Both sides.
Wouldn't you be a little bit more cautious after that last engage by Noob Slayer? And now he is running right up the stairs, getting as many of the boys to run around in circles. Now he drops the Guardian, going to go ahead and find the clump to hit. He could go anywhere for this. I mean, they're just scurrying around like ants right now.
Yeah,
maybe he's waiting for a Camlan?
Yeah, he was just waiting for the return DPS to come in, trying to stop it with the Grove Keeper engagement. Doesn't actually connect with that many. Noob Slayer, once again, needs to come back for some heals here. Those inertia rings on the choke point, slowing down his retreat. Actually gets bopped away by a enemy wind wall there, helping him come back towards his healers. God bless the wind walls. But these icicles here from the Smoke Alliance, look at this. Look how slowly people are moving through this these icicles on the choke point. Good plays by the support players once again. Looks like Value or given up on the western side of the territory. We may actually see a fallback here. Fear seems to be pulling all the way back out of the territory. Maybe they've lost too many people. Noob Slayer, though, he's peeking. And maybe they're trying to bait out the territory. Maybe they've had enough of territory defense being
hitting that
held.
choke over and over again. It is rough. And it is hard to get your DPS in there to the second line. You got to really go in with many tanks at once, get a really good engage, slow it down, be quick with the drops, and then peel back quickly. It's very hard to do. And I understand this. I would want to, bait them out. And it looks like they're taking the bait. They're going to follow out into the farm.
Yeah, it's Bogul's favorite guild.
Invis.
It's the Crocs.
Yep, the Crocs Defengris is here.
Yep. Looks like maybe I don't know who they're going to be playing for, but they're definitely a bomb squad group at the moment. They're outside of both alliances, and they are set up just for a pure bomb squad here.
They are against Smoke
and stuff.
So it is Smoke versus the World today, as it was stated in local chat. I'm wondering what the state of this hand-holding is.
I don't know. Just talk about hand-holding. We don't even know if they're hand-holding.
Yeah, we don't. That's just what we were under the impression of.
Yep.
So it could be that we were just wrong. We're often wrong.
Yep. Especially at start of season when things are just wild. Like so many flip-flopping over like the breaks in between season and the off season. Everyone figures out what they want to do, switch sides, make new alliances. It takes us a while to get used to it.
Absolutely. It is true. And sometimes it's halfway through the season, things change and we don't know what's going on. The current state of alliance in this game is very messy. It's very difficult to find out who is doing what. We also have A big banana about to engage with Myrrh over here in Battlebray Grassland. So this should be kicking off in just a moment as well, as the two are doing the Diddy dance. A big banana does go in. So Bogle, if you want to get that going on one of our screens here so we can keep an eye on both fights.
We'll take it to the main one as Fear are trying to bait Smoke outside of territory. I did see say chat some profanity telling them to come outside of the territory. And a little less offensive terms. But
Yeah,
Big
also
Banana here.
some worrying about where the phone is for its pull up. He doesn't seem to know where his phone is.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about either.
Oh,
So
you do. You do.
a Big Banana though, he is here and he has got his warriors by his side. What is their debuff right now? 31% debuff and his 1800 time slot. So it looks like the boys in One Punch Man have been recruiting heavily. We did see their numbers dwindle down towards the end of last season for this time slot. Now we're seeing them back in full force. And it's I wonder what their objectives are like for this season. I mean, going to be an interesting one. I love watching One Punch Man play. A Big Banana is such a mad lad when it comes to shot calling. This guy, when he goes in, and there's only one way he's coming out, and that's on the other side of the enemy Zerg. Like, he does not care. Like, he has such a wild play style, and I love to watch him shot call and lead Zergs. But it looks like we're going to have another standoff outside of the territory. It looks like One Punch Man doesn't want to break in here versus Myrrh. Myrrh, once again, new up and coming. Well, they grew over the last season. They started off with like 20, 30 people at the start of the season. Now they're a full-blown force to be reckoned with. And look at this. The return engagement comes in at Big Banana. That's why he does not want to push that choke point. He knows Myrrh, they know how to hold the territory defense. And they're quick and fast with their DPS. Like, they have some wild DPS players. Big Cowman's in the front line onto One Punch Man, but it looks like Myrrh getting pushed all the way back towards the mage. There comes the Cowman, there comes the deletion. No defensives down for the Myrrh Alliance, actually. Just I was giving them props on knowing how to play. It looks like they may have retreated out of the territory to the north. I'm seeing blobs appear on the north side of the territory. I'm not sure if it's a faux retreat or what's happening, but they just let One Punch Man walk into the territory here.
I see a group of monkey coming in through the gate here. It looks like they're queuing up and about to move in. So cluster queue is active in about a minute 45. We're going to see more people enter Battlebray.
Oh my god, it's a deletion on a Big Banana. The boys just steamrolled over the top of Myrrh. And look at this, like I was saying, a Big Banana's 200 HP. This man is still going forward, and he goes down.
Not anymore.
He pays the price for it. Like,
he's done.
He's done, but goddamn, this guy, like, absolutely wild. I was going to pick up another Grovekeeper tank there, but I just saw his name, and that's a no from me. Let me try and find this one.
We got Bam with 2 A's and 2 M's, but he's gonna die as well. Need to find another one again. Oh, they love to die quickly, don't they?
They do indeed.
Okay, there's KLC's. Yeah, there's too many C's in that. We're not going with that name either.
There we go.
All right, but if you go back to the other fight, Noob Slayer is once again engaging with Noob Slayer's alone.
Yeah, I he's just engaging by himself on the choke point.
Okay.
Finally, some DPS follow-up. It looks like One Punch Man are falling out from that fight as well. So, obviously, their short caller died. I don't know if they have any backups. It doesn't seem like it. It looks like a call was to retreat here. So, back onto Noob Slayer 79 and the Fear Alliance versus Smoke at the moment. Once again, still holding territory position on High Stone Mound. No objectives here, just content, it seems. So, Noob Slayer looking for that next engagement. Look how many inertia rings are down. Look at that double locust burn just on the north of our screen now. I don't know if you saw it for Smoke. They just burned 2 locusts, burned 3 icicles as well. So, this is the stuff you need to look out for as a shot caller, as someone that's giving communication back to your Zerg leader. Like, that is key information. Defensives are down. It's been burned. Like, this is your time to shine. Once you figure out like when and how they're using their defensives, you can easily bait it. And then once those locusts get used, bam, you're in the backline, you're deleting the backline. But Noob Slayer, we shall see how he performs once again. He is just edging up on that choke point. His Zerg playing very far back at the moment, not looking to get bombed over the wall. So a little bit hesitation, but I don't blame him. Like we said, we've seen the devastation that choke point brings. For
I
both
just
sides.
checked in on Tamashi here. He is in Battle Bay Grassland, moving. I think he's regrouping with his group, and then he's going to come back and try to finish off what the AAA Alliance started there. Or One Punch Man. I don't believe they're the AAA Alliance anymore.
No, they did change their alliance tag.
Which is why it is so hard to figure out who is with who ever.
Yep, and look at this nice engagement here by Smoke onto the front line. Now we're going to see Noob Slayer engaged. Look at those locusts are burnt. This is it. Fear, just get in there, get involved. But no, they're going to get pushed back by Bomb Squad coming in over the western side. Unfortunately for them, they don't lose anybody. It looks like they're going to go for a full push. Double Icicle down on the choke point along with the inertia ring here by Smoke, stopping the advancing force. Now Noob Slayer is getting clumped and dumped. It's not looking great here. He does escape. Locust on the choke point for Fear. They're going to save quite a few members coming back. Look at that. 1 bar of health on like 5 players there. That Locust there perfectly placed by the Fear Alliance on the choke point. And that's why you don't push the choke. That's why things get feisty. It's like one group is going in for a bomb, trying to look to burn some of those cooldowns here. Defensive Locusts are getting used perfectly once again by Fear on the retreat. There comes the Camland, though, dragging it into the Brimstone. That's going to be impactful. Not enough coming out, though. Noob Slayer looking for something of his own here onto the front line. They're going to take casualties for both sides here. No one's still pushing that choke point. Big Camland return by Smoke Alliance, but no follow-up damage. It all got burnt already, so people playing very, very passive at the moment. I'm loving this territory fight.
It looks like Monkey has fallen out, and they're now going over to Sunfang Dawn and PoE and CIR, so we might see a battle between the big boys.
Alrighty. Keep an eye on that on the second monitor, if you will, Shozen. Let us know if anything comes of it. But at the moment, though, the battle between Fear Alliance and Smoke is still ongoing. Noob Slayer back up at his spot. Going to get focus fired now, actually, by everybody using their Qs and Ws on him. Not wasting their Es. Very disciplined group, that Smoke Zerg. They know what to do. And the experienced shot.
Well, you got to be careful when you all target one guy, too. That doesn't always work out. The resistances do take an effect from focus fire.
Indeed. Look at that. Double Icicle down on the choke point, stopping this engagement coming in. But Fear didn't use everything on this engagement. They could use this to their advantage now once the smoke settles just a little bit here. Looking at the front line. That's all you had to do. Once you get rid of the front line, get rid of the tanks. Who's going to stop your engagement? It's not like a Kloppy's going to run in and be like, no, you shall not pass. Get rid of the clumps, focus on the front line, get them down, get the tanks out the way, and then it opens up the way forward. I see those Bridal Furies stacking up on the western side of my screen there from Clubhouse. He's looking for an engagement. Defensives are down once again. Double Icicle on the choke point. Here comes the return damage from Smoke over the wall. Not going to connect with anything so far. The Camlands get cancelled as well. Noob Slayer just walking out of those double Brimstones. It's going to be a safe engagement. Now we're seeing a full return onto the front line. This is what they needed to do. Nice deletion. Going to catch a couple members of Smoke off guard there with the return engagement. Good play here by Fear, but they don't want to stick around too long. Here comes the bomb squad from Smoke Alliance over the wall. Once again, maybe one person died there from that engagement. So both sides taking L's on each engagement at the moment, but it's not like the crazy impactful engagements and deletions we see. This could be it, though. Here it comes. Permafrost and the Avabo streaming in. Defensive Locust, though, getting saved for the clumps on the western side. They're going to walk out of that just fine. But Smoke, this is your time to shine. There it comes. The Camlands are connecting.
Oh, no.
The Locusts aren't out for Fear, but they're going to live anyway. Not enough range DPS getting towards the clump. It was a perfect clump, though. Good counter engagement there by Smoke. I'm loving it. A wild back and forth.
This has been
No.
a good fight. I actually got a little bit of an update on what's going on with the CIR versus Monkey situation. CIR and PoE did fall back because, you know, they got allies. And we'll see if Monkey takes the fight.
Alrighty. Like Noob Slayer, like they just baited an engagement there. A lot of defenses getting down. Oh my god, that's a massive cam line onto the front line. Defensive Locust, though. Look at that perfect bubble on top of the clump. Now we may see a faux push here. Look at this front line clump deleted here. The Brimstone's raining down on top of smoke there. That's what the Fear Alliance were looking for. Finally, a very nice engagement there. The counter comes out. Massive Damnation Pierce onto the front line of Fear, though. That was that massive red swirl that came in. But once again, defensive Locust coming down. Going to save everybody from that. And now, where's the tanks? There's like 1 or 2 tanks here left for smoke. And now we're going to see the breakthrough onto the
Fear's
western
got a
side.
few still.
Good deletion here by
They're
Fear.
gonna use
Great
them.
plays. The opening of the choke point is now coming out. And we're seeing Fear take full advantage. And look at this. Smoke are retreating back
nicely
onto
done.
tower.
This is always the end of the situation. When you see people retreating to tower, it's very rarely ends in a positive situation for them. And it looks like they're going to try to go out the backside.
Yeah,
Just
my
escape.
boy Noob Slayer going way too deep. He's probably going
He's
to
gonna
pay the
die.
iron price for this.
Yeah,
He
that
has-
was okay. He's okay. He's
Lucky.
gonna make it. There's just no pressure, you know, to push him back. But that was a lot of damage to eat from the tower. Now these guys are just gonna have to take care of the mage or back out. I think they're gonna go ahead and look at the loot bags, fill up their pockets, and head out of here for the day. It doesn't look like they need to do any more fighting.
Yeah, it looks like it's done. It looks like EOS have taken the L here. Great plays here by both sides. I mean, props to both sides. Perfect engagements, return engagements, defensive. Like the supports, the healers for both sides were playing out of their minds. So it's great to see. It looks like some decent ZVZ action here. For a day that we expected no content because we had 0 territory launches, we actually had an action-packed 1800 time slot, which is great to see.
And it might not be over yet too, because I do still see the CIR and Elevate situation playing out. It's still going wild in their local chat. Lots of trash talk going on in local. Speaking of trash talk, I'm getting the impression from the chat between Fear and Smoke that they aren't friendly.
Oh, well, there it is then. That's what we needed to hear.
I haven't heard a confirmation. They're just being a little rude to each other. And usually with a nice back and forth fight like that between, you know, frenemies, you know, if
Yep.
you will, you don't see a lot of trash talk. The trash talk is generally reserved for your true enemies, such as, you know, a CIR versus Elevate situation,
Yeah,
where
that's what
there's
we're on
much
right
more
now.
of it. It's like in 4 different languages, and I can't keep up.
Yeah, I'm on Tamashi. I'm just figuring what they're doing. They actually looks like they're leaving the zone here. Holding the southeast door. Yep, Tamashi just zoned out. That was the blob by the territory. It is going to be PoE. So I don't think we're going to get any action.
Yeah,
like-
it's a lot of running and trash talk.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it looks like, yeah, Monkey are heading right towards the southwest gate again, towards home most likely. Yeah, they're not going to take the fight here.
Well, with no objectives on the line, you don't necessarily need to, you know, waste sets. And we have heard in the past that Elevate needed to be mindful of their sets. You know, no need to throw them away against somebody who has infinite money, such as CIR.
That's correct.
Now, I don't want
Alrighty.
anybody to think that I'm saying that Elevate is poor by any means. I'm just saying they don't need to throw away sets.
Yep, for no calls at all. But yeah, I think that's going to be the wrap up here. CIR still in grassland, holding the southeast door, so they're not going to go for the chase here towards Elevate. So I guess we can start wrapping things up here. It's already quarter past the time. I mean, that fight made things interesting.
It did. It's a shame that there isn't more action. I mean, everybody did go out and did run around in circles for a while, did a little bit of face checking, but there wasn't a whole lot of action between most of the people out today. But with no territories or hideouts on the line and just castles out there, sometimes it does get to be a little bit, you know, minimal. Didn't we actually see right before we came on the remnants of a PoE engagement? Who were they engaged with?
Yeah, before we came live, we were watching CIR fight Blackwater in the castle actually,
Mm.
and that was a full blown like battle. Like Cluster Q was active, and Blackwater took a pounding. So unfortunately, a little bit too early for us to come in on. Uh, I think it started at like 20 past, I believe.
Yeah, we
Which,
missed most of it
yeah,
before we even saw it. By the time we got there, it was almost over. I did think about bringing us in a little early, but by the time it was already over. It ended pretty quick once it began. Um, Interestingly enough, we still have that situation where we have the PoE alliance friendly with the Squad alliance, who are friendly with Black Order. And it makes for an interesting setup here. We don't really know how friendly Black Order is with PoE. We've heard rumors. Hopefully, I'll be able to get some of that cleared up this week. I hope to be interviewing Magic Mark sometime this week, and we'll be airing that on Sunday if all goes as planned.
you see.
Mm.
Alrighty. Well, I guess I can tell the audience where to catch our previous content from.
Right here in 30 minutes.
Yeah, because you guys are Daily Show, right?
Yeah, we have a daily show today. We'll be going over all the community content. There's so much art from the last 2 weeks. We'll be going over that as well as some interesting bits of info that have popped up over the last few days. We might even talk about what's going on with the speed hacking a little bit. There have been updates on that, which I'm sure you're all interested in. But yeah, Robin, we also have other content and other places to find us besides right here on Twitch.
Yeah, you can find us on youtube.com/AlbionTV for all the 5v5 20 versus 20 Crystal League action, along with the War Reports Invasion Day coverage and interviews. But mainly our interviews can be found elsewhere at the moment, can't they, Shozen?
Yeah, you can find those on soundcloud.com/AlbionTV or really any place at all where you listen to podcasts by simply typing in Albion TV into the search bar.
Oh, there you have it. Right. That's going to be it for the War Report today. War Report will be back tomorrow at the same time. And these gentlemen will be back shortly with the Daily Show. So stick around. And also some raffles will be some gold codes for the giveaway. But thanks for watching. And I'll see you later.
Yeah, I did get more of those juicy gold codes. We will be giving a bunch away today. Should be fun.
Juicy.